Hey, hey everyone in the YouTube community. Yeah, it's Dancentral. Yeah, I know in previous videos I've said, and you're probably quite shocked at seeing me with a new video because some people were asking me, and I actually said that I just don't have the time anymore and stuff. But I don't know if this is true, but can things like recycle themselves? What I mean by that is, can you do something for quite a while, really enjoy it, then you get really busy and then you just don't have the time and then you sort of not lose interest, but you just end up not doing it and just get into a routine of not doing it. And then can you suddenly get to a stage where it kind of starts again and then you get back into it and then it'll, like when you first got into it the first time, can it then start up again like, I don't know, like when music artists, like when groups reform and stuff, can you like try it a second time round and stuff? Because I don't know, like I didn't realise that the Jebs24, the amazing Gemma, has started doing another video or two. I didn't realise that she'd put a new video up until yesterday, and she started doing gaming videos again, which is just quality. And I just started thinking, well, she's gotten back into it and she's one of the original YouTubers, and then I was there the first time round as well, so why don't I get back into it? Because watching her video, it really inspired me to kind of get back into it. So I don't want to promise anything because I know I've put a video up before that's kind of said I'm back and then suddenly I've just disappeared again, but I want to really make a big go of it this time. Yeah, just fingers crossed that I can keep it up really, because what's happened in the 5 months? It's been 5 months since I've not been on YouTube. I mean, my last videos were like remixes that I'd done, so they weren't really pieces to camera. So it's been sort of 5 to 6 months. So it's almost been half a year really, which is, yeah, quite a long time. So in that time, I've got a new job, which I'm absolutely loving. It's an amazing job, doing exactly what I love doing, surrounded by awesome people. It's just the best. What else have I done? I've been busy doing other bits and pieces. I've been on holiday, not outside the UK unfortunately, but I've been around places in the UK. I have a lovely new girlfriend now, who's just kind of came into my life like a month ago, so that's awesome. And yeah, I've not really had time to do much gaming, if I'm totally honest. Like even in that time, it's been really quite shocking really. I've got so many interests as well, it's hard to try and balance them all because I'm a personal trainer and I'm a musician as well. So some of you know I play piano, obviously there's the gaming as well, and I'm a dancer as well. So it's really hard to find the time. And also to find the time when I'm actually in the house on my own, which is not often, I have to say, because I'm either working or if I'm not working, there's people in the house. So yeah, I mean, I'm even wondering if this video is going to get cut short soon anyway because someone's going to walk in. It's just really annoying. I mean, people know that I do videos and stuff, but it just seems strange when to them it looks like you're talking to a computer when actually I know I'm talking to all of you guys. So yeah, but there you go. Hopefully we'll get through the video and we won't get interrupted. So yeah, mainly just before I go into the kind of the main content of this video, say a massive hi to everyone that's always followed my channel. I hope that you didn't mind the hiatus of not being on YouTube. Apologies for not being on YouTube. And if those of you that have stuck with my videos and asked me if I was doing any more, you know, thank you so much. And for those of you that have kind of trailed off, again, to be honest, that's fair enough because you didn't know when I was doing another video, if at all. So yeah, and if anyone else rediscovers my channel that was a subscriber and that's seen this video and wants to get back into my channel, then that would be fantastic if you did. Otherwise, I'll understand. Because to be honest, I'm not about subscriber numbers. I'm about the people themselves. So many people out there are just like, oh, I would do anything to get 1,000 subs. I don't care who it is. I don't care what I have to do. I don't care if it's a sub for sub, which I don't agree with. But as long as I get to 1,000, I'm happy. I'm not about that at all. I'm not about numbers. People are not numbers. They're human beings. So, you know, I'd rather have 200 subscribers, all of people that I know that are awesome people, that I love their channels and vice versa, than have 1,000 subs, you know, at least half of which I don't even know, or they're just generic. So I'm not. I used to do videos on like 800 subscribers special, and I'm not going to do those anymore because I'm not about subscribers really. I'm just about the love for gaming and the joy I get out of making videos, and for you guys for the feedback that you leave. So yeah. So there we go. I'm hopefully going to be back now. I will try and make as many videos as I can. Even sitting here now, it feels really surreal because I haven't done this. I haven't sat here in front of my Mac with this background for at least 5 months, which is crazy. So yeah, and a lot's happened as well. Even in the gaming community, I've been so out of the loop as well. So like, it's just been crazy. Obviously, like Marcus is no longer here on YouTube, XFile2708, which is really saddening. He is on other sources, but he's just not there. And my great friend, right, okay, this is a bit of a plea to any of you out there that remember Pop Tart Love 2010, aka Wendy. Now, I know quite a few of you know her and have spoken to her, and we're good friends with her, and there's a few YouTubers that I used to talk to, and we used to say how great and how nice she was, and because it's been so long, I'm really struggling to think of names, which is really quite embarrassing. Oh, no. They've gone. Yeah, hopefully I'll get back into YouTube properly and I'll start rediscovering people. Yeah, it's just been really, really quite bad. But yeah, I don't know when this happened, I don't know why, but she just disappeared. She deleted her channel. She never sent me a message beforehand to say why she was doing it. And I can't find her anywhere. And she was one of my favourite YouTubers ever, and she was just brilliant. And she lived over in Arizona, in America, and she was just amazing. And I used to watch every single one of their videos, and then when I trialed off YouTube and got really busy, I just assumed she'd still be there when I came back, and I went to go on her channel and it's been deleted, it's been closed. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. If anyone knows what happened to her or where she went or if she's available in any other format, that would be amazing, but I just cannot find her anywhere, and it's so gutting because we got on so well and she was just brilliant. So if anyone knows anything about her and what happened and why she closed her account, I'd really, really appreciate it if anyone could give me some information or shed some light on what happened, because that's so gutting because we got on so well. But the other thing is, like, Gemma's come back on YouTube. Obviously, Jesse's coming to see her very soon, which is really cool. So I'm really chuffed for you. And I just thought, well, if I come back as well, then that's 2 kind of original YouTubers that are kind of back. So fingers crossed if I can keep it up, and Gemma does as well. You should have 2 original YouTubers back on YouTube. Fingers crossed. So yeah, that's that bit. Now the main part of this video as well, because I didn't want to just do a random introduction and stuff, is to also show off a collection, because I haven't done a collection video in time, and I've also updated most of them since I last did them as well. So I thought it'd be good to go through them all again. It'd be quite fun. So yeah. Oh, and one more thing. I met a celebrity the other day. Some of you may or may not know who she is. There was a TV programme on TV. A TV programme on TV? Well, if it's a TV programme, it's going to be on TV. Ignore that. There was a TV show done in 2008 that was kind of the British version of like High School Musical, if you like. It was like a musical drama. It was called Britannia High, and it's situated around some students that went to an academy, and it was split into episodes, and they were just like there's just singing, dancing, and acting, and they just had loads of songs. They just burst out into songs, stuff like that. And one of the girls that starred in that was a girl called Sapphire Elia, who played Claudine, and she also since starred in Emmerdale as Mia as well. And I met her the other day, and she signed my DVDs and stuff, and I had some pictures taken with her. It was just so surreal because she's such a lovely girl. So yeah, I don't know if she's watching this, because she kind of knows. I don't know if she knows of my YouTube channel and stuff, but thanks so much, Sapphire, because it was amazing meeting you, and it just felt really surreal because she was so down to earth. If I get a chance, I might do a music video, a piano video, a song from the show if I get a chance, and if I do, I'll try and locate the photos and I'll put them in the video and stuff so you can see me and her in the photo. But yeah, it was just so surreal. I'm still quite starstruck by it, so it was awesome. So yeah, but yeah, other than that, let's move on. So this is kind of my Master System collection as it stands. It does feel so cool to be doing a gaming video for the first time in like months. You can't really see, but on the floor I've just got leads and other consoles just everywhere because I'm actually going through and dusting and tidying up all my games and stuff because I haven't dusted them in a few weeks, which is quite bad. And obviously, the more dust it gathers, the worse it gets. And if it gets too bad, obviously consoles can stop working and stuff. So it's just really, really important that you keep on top of it. And obviously, having so many games, as a lot of you know, and consoles, even more so, I need to keep on top of it. So I'm in the process of like tidying stuff up and things. I'm not looking to sell anything, at least not at the moment, because they mean too much to me. It's too much sentimental value. But hopefully, you know, you never know. Well, I say hopefully. I don't want to get rid of anything, to be honest. But if it gets to that stage, then hopefully I could get a good amount of money for some of it. Anyway, sorry for waffling on. I'm just so excited to be back on YouTube. Like, fingers crossed for good. I'm not going to say for definite, just in case something happens. But hopefully, if you guys have liked this video, please say so, and I'll hopefully be regular now on YouTube. I'll be back on regularly. I know Interghost, Adam was asking as well when I'd make a video, and I did say to him that I didn't have time. So yeah, hopefully this is a pleasant surprise to you, mate. Actually, having said that, I've actually changed my mind and decided to come back. So there we go. And a big hello to everyone. I've got to start the video, but everyone like Shock16 and Sneztastic, all the people that I've always chatted to and just had a great laugh with and stuff. Just amazing people, really, really amazing people. It's just a shame that Wendy's not here at the moment. Hopefully some of you guys can let me know what happened to her, because I'd be really interested to see what happened. And Half Blind Gamer, hi to you as well, man. I was actually chatting to Sebastian yesterday, so big hi to you, man. And everyone else that I've forgotten, big apologies. I will remember your names very soon. So please don't think I'm being ignorant. I'm just trying to rediscover everyone. And for those of you that are new to this video, have not ever seen my videos before, you've never ever been on my channel before, I do piano videos, I do gaming obviously, and I've done a bit of fitness videos as well as in the past. So okay, so let's start the collection, otherwise I'm never going to get it done. Right, so the first game then, guys, is Alex Kidd The Lost Stars. Now, this was a game I bought from Game Link in Spalding by the legendary Martin Murphy, who's a really good friend of mine. And it's a great game. I did do a video of it a while ago about, I think it was called like games I'm currently playing, and I had the camera pointing at my TV, so the quality wasn't amazing. But I did show this and stuff. It's a wicked game. It's not one of the best Alex Kidd games in the series, if I'm honest, but I really did enjoy it. I did find though that when I got to a certain level, it almost started again back at level 1, but it said like level 7, but it looked exactly the same as level 1. So it did a certain amount of levels, and then it kind of almost looked like it had gone back to the beginning, but it actually said it was the next level, as in like 7 or 8, but it looked like it had gone back to 1. So yeah, I don't really get that, but other than that, it's actually a pretty cool game, but it's just not the best in the series, if I'm being totally honest. The best in the series is Alex Kidd in Miracle World, which is actually built into the Master System console itself. Well, some of them had Alex Kidd built in, and some of them had Sonic 1. Mine had Alex Kidd, so yeah. But you can still buy it as a separate game as well. And then another one in the series, as well as Lost Stars and Miracle World, is Alex Kidd in Shinobi World. Which is probably one of my favourites, in my opinion. Probably would go in Miracle World, then in Shinobi World, then The Lost Stars. It's just a great game. It's really the gameplay is really smooth, I found. It was quite simple to work with, really. And for a game of its time, I think the graphics are actually pretty nice as well. Quite colourful, so yeah. One of my favourites on the Master System, definitely. I'm having to think about some of these games. I've not played them in a while. Okay. Alright, one of my favourite Master System games now, based on it being in the arcade as well. Although in the arcade you can play as a third character. I think it's a woman, if I remember rightly, whereas on this one you've only got the guy and the robot, or whatever it is. And that's Alien Storm, which you can also get on the Sega Mega Drive as well. It's quite a fast-paced game, especially if you go on this level here, that one there, that top picture on the train tracks. And it's just basically a really good shooting game. And you have your own power-ups, and you get your own energy and stuff. And when you use your kind of special kind of power, it kind of shoots across the screen, and everything kind of like lightning and stuff, and everything on that screen kind of disappears like in 1 second. So yeah, it's a really good game. Definitely one of my favourites that I'd recommend. Next one, Black Belt. A really cool game. It's just kind of like an average kind of kung fu kind of punching and kicking game. So every time, it's like side-scrolling. Every time they run towards you, you have to punch or kick them off the screen. and if you press down and up, you actually jump up high, and you can get power-ups that are kind of flying across the top of the screen. The only annoying thing is there's one level on here that I cannot for the life of me complete, and every time I get to it, I die on it. And it takes a while to get to the level as well, so you find that you're just wasting time trying to get up there, because when you get there, you're just going to die anyway. Well, I am. There's this boss, I don't know if any of you guys know this game that well, he's got like a little kind of like pole thing that he holds above his head, and it keeps pushing out to the side, and every time you get near him, he just pushes at you, and I can never jump over him because he just gets me with it. And I never ever have been able to do it. And I think the trick is when he runs towards you, he kind of loses it for a bit, and you can kind of hit him. But it's so quick, you don't know when he's going to run towards you, and by the time you've realised, he's come back again and come away from you. So, yeah, I just kind of accept the fact that if I want to play this game, I'm only going to get as far as that level, then I'm going to die. But the levels up to there are really fun. So, yeah. Very good game, despite that level. And it's not got a manual, but it's got, the famous Sega games catalogue. Really the whole... Whoops, wrong way round. Sega Games catalogue, and on the back it has got some of the controllers and stuff, like you got the Game Gear, the Mega Drive, the arcade stick, which I do have, and you've got the gun, which I don't have, and stuff like that. And if you open up, it's quite a nice load of screenshots inside of different games, so I've managed to keep that. I think I've got 2 of these as well, so that's quite a nice thing to be able to keep that. Okay. Oh, and also I can go over 15 minutes, guys, because I did have a strike ages ago, but I think someone was telling me that if you have it for a year and a half and you don't do anything else to make it worse, it just lifts, it just disappears. And mine, I had one for a piano video which someone didn't like. Even though I'd said no copyright infringement intended, they just didn't like it, and I got a strike. And it'd been so long since I'd been on YouTube at that point as well that they just lifted the strike. So now you can upload for, I can upload for unlimited time, which is just fantastic, because otherwise I would never have got all this into this video. So hopefully you guys don't mind it being a long video, especially it being my first one back. Hopefully you'll forgive the fact it's going to be quite long, because it's been a while since I've been here. So yeah, there we go. So hopefully it won't be any longer than 25 minutes, so fingers crossed. Anyway, next one, Castle of Illusion. Again, some people might disagree with what I'm about to say, but I actually prefer this version to the Mega Drive version, because I just feel it's a bit more realistic, especially with the toy level. I think I've said this before in certain videos, but the toy level, which is the top screenshot there, it just looks more colourful and more realistic to a toy level than the Mega Drive one, because the Mega Drive one just seems to be all one colour. Well, it's like red and yellow and that's it kind of thing, whereas this one's like red, green, blue, yellow, purple. It just looks so much better than the Mega Drive version, but that's my opinion, so feel free to disagree. Next one, which again I have got on the Mega Drive as well, and you can also get it on the Super Nintendo. I'm sure you can. And that's the Awesome Cool Spot, which is like a little, it's like a little red spot, believe it or not. That wasn't intentional to be rhymed either. That goes around collecting other little red things, and when you get enough of them, you can get in the end goal, and you just have to avoid obviously enemies. And sorry about the light glare, guys. The windows, well, the curtains are open, but there we go. And it's quite cool that it actually centres around the 7-Up brand, so when you turn it on, you've got like 7-Up and stuff, and stuff like that. And there you go. The manual is so massive as well, it's really, really big. But yeah, cool game as well. Then we've got one of my favourite golf games I've ever played. I'm not a massive fan of golf games unless I'm playing it on the Wii, because it's quite interactive. But in terms of games that you just play with a controller, this is probably one of the only golf games I play, because I grew up with it and I just got into it massively. Any others I probably would take or leave. But this one, just for literally, because I've played it so much now, I've just kind of learnt to love it. And that's a game called Golfomania. Now I know it's a sports game and they don't always do that well, but for me, considering that I don't play a lot of sport physically anyway, I'm more kind of running and gym based, it's actually really fun. I know some of you might be like, what? But I just really, really like it. I really enjoy it. I played it with my brother before as well, because it's 1 to 4 players. So it's obviously just standard golf game. You just you choose your club, you hit the ball, try and get it obviously in the end hole. But it's just, I think because I played it so much, and I was playing it when I was really young, it's got a lot of kind of sentimental value, and it's kind of a lot of my childhood was spent on it. I just kind of loved it really. But yeah, really good game in my opinion. And again, there's another Sega catalogue poster there. Next one of my favourite games ever. I've also got it on the Game Gear, the Mega Drive, and the PlayStation 2 because they re-released it on the PlayStation 2 as well. And that is James Pond 2 RoboCod. My laptop is going into a screensaver. There we go. James Pond 2 RoboCod. Really, really amazing game. It's just you play basically an orange fish, I think it is, and basically he stretches up. That's his primary move. He stretches up so he can grab onto high ledges, and then when he grabs onto it, the rest of him kind of comes back up, and then he can jump onto higher places, basically. And it's just such a fun game. I remember first time I ever played this, I went around one of my mates when I was, how old was I? I was so young. I must have been about 7, 8. And I went round his, and I'd never seen it before. And he had a Sega Master System hooked up, and he was playing this. And I remember playing it, and I still remember it to this day, sitting there playing it, and just being so wowed by it. And I was so young as well, and yeah, just loved it. And then before I knew it, I'd got it myself, and never looked back really, because it's just one of the best. I think there's 3 in the series. I think there's 1, 2. I think the third one's like called Operation Starfish, I think. But I think a lot of people agree with me as well. The second one is the most classic one, and in my opinion, the best one as well. And then we've got, everyone knows that I love the Mickey series. I went to a gaming event earlier on this year. No, last year, sorry. And had to play Castle of Illusion from start to finish on the Mega Drive in one sitting, which was just an amazing experience, especially when everyone's watching you and it was like pressure and stuff. And this is another one in the series on the Master System. That's Land of Illusion. Just an absolutely incredible game. I can't hype this game up enough. I've got a gameplay vid on my channel, if any of you haven't seen it or are interested. I might even put a link in that corner under my fingers. Hopefully it'll be there now. Hopefully. That you can click on it or take to my gameplay of that because I loved it so much. I just decided to do a gameplay vid of it. Whoops. And there we go. So yeah, get that game if you haven't already. It's so much fun. Then we've got the classic game. Who could not love the awesome game Lemmings? I know one of my fellow YouTubers, Zonic, aka Article15, loves the Lemmings game. She even did her own version of a song from the game because she loved it so much. She made her own lyrics up and stuff. And then, whoops, dropping all these games today. And you've got the manual in the game. I've actually got some passwords on there as well. Okay, next one. Again, another classic. I'm probably going to say this for all of them, to be honest, but Marble Madness. Again, a really good game. You've got to have a steady hand with this game. Got to have a steady hand. You just basically got a marble. You've only got narrow blocks. Like you've got like one line of blocks, and you have to make sure you keep it steady so it doesn't fall off either side. Otherwise, you lose, kind of thing. And this is a blue one. This is a blue labelled cartridge, whereas a lot of them are red or white. But yeah, you just have to make sure you get it round the board without it falling off. You sometimes get fans that fly up and they try and blow the marble off, which is basically that one there. The little fan there, can't see. There you go. It tries to basically push the marble off the side, so you just got to be careful. What am I getting on my laptop? My battery's running low. Great. Okay, do I have my? I do have my, right. 2 seconds. I'm just going to get my battery pack. Plug it in. I've had 2 interruptions now, the screensaver and the battery. You can just guarantee the third one will be that someone walks in and I won't be able to finish the video. Right. Anyway, let's see how we do. We're doing alright so far. Right, we're getting through there now, guys. Right, next one, Ms. Pac-Man. Again, a bit like the arcade version. Absolutely fantastic game. Really, really is. You basically have to get Pac-Man around the board, eating up all the pills without getting eaten by the ghosts. And it's 2 players, so it's a lot of fun to play with someone. And I've also got this on the Game Gear as well. Another Pac-Man game, Pac-Mania. So this is 1 player. You just play as the male Pac-Man. But similar thing. But in this game, the Pac-Man can jump, which is really cool. So, awesome. Can't really say much more about Pac-Man other than it's just an amazing series of games. And then, I know I've said this so many times already, but this is actually, despite every game I've shown you so far, this is definitely my favourite game on the Master System. And everyone would already know this anyway, the people that have followed my channel and have spoken to me before. I am an absolutely massive kind of over-the-top fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. So this game is definitely my favourite game on the Master System, without a doubt. All the other games I've shown are awesome, but this one tops all of them, definitely. I grew up with Sonic, I played him non-stop. I just couldn't get enough of the Sonic games, I still can't really, to be honest. Yeah, what more can I say? It's just a fantastic game. And then you've got the follow-up, which I was playing last night, funny enough. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I love the hang gliding level. You have to keep pressing the backwards button to make him fly over so he doesn't fall. I used to spend hours trying to get that right because I used to mess it up quite a lot. But yeah, Sonic 2 again, an absolutely quality follow-up to the first one. And I've also got another copy of the game as well. I can't even remember why I've got another copy, but I do. So I've got 2. That one's more colourful. That one, the colour's faded, so that's kind of one of the main differences. And also, if one packs up, obviously I've got a spare as well. And then the other Sonic game, which again is good, not as good as the first and second, but still a really good game to put into the series, and that's Sonic the Hedgehog Chaos. Which, I mean, I've got Sonic 1, Sonic 2 and Sonic Chaos on the Game Gear as well, so I can play them handheld as well as on the Master System. But then I've also got the Master System adapter as well, so I can plug any Master System game into my Game Gear via my adapter. I'm playing the games on the Game Gear anyway. Excuse me. So, yeah. And then inside, booklet and cartridge. Cool. Next one is Special Criminal Investigation by Taito. I think that's how you pronounce the company. I used to think it was Tato, but I'm sure it's Taito. Again, cool game. It's basically like a criminal game, so you have to basically, you're in a car, you have to go on like car chases and catch criminals and stuff and pull them over and arrest them, basically. You don't have a certain time limit in which to do so. And I played this quite a lot as well when I was growing up, so cool game. And I've actually got another game, it's not got a box with it, but I've got a kind of a similar version, another one that Taito brought out, called, whoops, I'm going to drop all these in a minute, called Taito Chase HQ, which is very similar to Special Criminal Investigation, just a different game, but it doesn't have a box. And I've also got another copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 1, again, I've got a spare, again, doesn't have a box. And I've also got another unboxed game, which is a great game called Enduro Racer, where you're on a motorbike and you have to try and get through the track before the time limit runs out. Nearly there. Apologies for the length, guys. Hopefully you don't mind. Spider-Man. Cool game. The first level, I always remember you had to climb up and get into an open window, and that's all you had to do for the first bit. And then you also go into this next level where you're on like crates and stuff, and you have to basically swing through and kill enemies and stuff. And there's also one bit I remember where if you walk too far on the ground floor, you actually fall through a hole in the floor and you actually end up in a swamp, and you have to try and find your way and kind of, I think you have to zigzag or climb back up to get back out again, and there's spikes coming down and enemies, and it's really difficult, but if you've got a steady hand you can do it. I always remember that whenever I fell down the hole I was always like, oh damn it, it's going to take me ages now to get back up. But yeah, very, very good. And you throw bits of web out as well to stun people and kill bosses and stuff. Yeah, just a great game. A lot of variety as well. So, okay, we're very nearly there. Very nearly there. Next one is Tasmania. Do I have? I do. I have Taz in Escape from Mars on the Mega Drive as well, but this is the Master System version. Very, very cool. It's just another great platformer, really. How are we doing? Yeah, Jungle Book. Jungle Book, again, another cool game. I've got it on the Super Nintendo as well. But the Master System one's very good. I like the colour. Lots of colour in this game. Yeah, Disney games are always good, in my opinion. So Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck. Yeah, they always do well, in my opinion. The only game I've ever gotten annoyed with and don't enjoy on a Disney game is Fantasia. Other than that, I pretty much enjoy most Disney games. And then we've got the Lucky Dime Caper starring Donald Duck. Now I've got a Donald Duck game on the Mega Drive, Quack Shot, which is again awesome. But this is the Lucky Dime Caper. Yeah, it's a good game. It's not. I don't think it's really that well known compared to games like Castle of Illusion, World of Illusion, and Quack Shot. But in a game in its own right, if you play it, you will enjoy it. It's very good. It's just not. I don't think it's as well known as the others, but it is a cool one. And Disney, you can't go wrong. 3 more games and we are completely done. So we've got The Simpsons, Bart versus the Space Mutants. I've got The Simpsons Bart's Nightmare on the Mega Drive, which I've done a gameplay video of as well, with another fellow YouTuber. But this is the Master System version. Someone randomly coloured in all the squares, so interesting. But yeah, not really played this too much, if I'm totally honest. I can't remember exactly what it was about, so I keep remembering Bart's Nightmare rather than this one. But being The Simpsons, you can't really go wrong again, to be honest. Because I've played like Simpsons Wrestling, and there's a Simpsons Racing game as well that I just cannot think what it was called on the PS2. But anyway, Simpsons, you can't really go wrong. And then another one of my favourite games, which I've played quite a lot, and I think XFile2708 did a gameplay vid before he left YouTube, and that's Tom and Jerry the movie. Basically, obviously, like they do in the cartoons, you're Tom, you have to chase Jerry, you have to try and catch him, either during the level if you can, or if not, at the end of the level, generally he stops so you can catch him. And just obviously avoid obstacles and climbing over different ledges and stuff to get through the level. And we're here, guys, we're finally at the end. But don't worry, I've not built up to an amazing game at the end. So this is a pretty boring game to finish off with. But I've done it in alphabetical order, so it's kind of got to be at the end. And that's Trivial Pursuit. So again, not very exciting. Based on the board game, general knowledge questions. You have your own wedges. You have to go around this board. You have different categories, whether it's, I don't know, science, music, TV, nature, whatever. And you just have to answer general knowledge questions and stuff. But because this was out in like 1992, a lot of the questions like centre around sort of years around then. And I was very young at that time, so a lot of the questions, I wouldn't have a clue what they are. They'd be like the music questions, like, yes, I'm a musician, but in 1992 I was 4. So, yeah, I wouldn't really know a lot of specific art. I know some of the kind of more popular ones that are still around today, but not specific ones. I'd be like, what? I'd be asking my parents what the answers were. So, yeah, I played this a few times with my granddad, actually, funnily enough, a few years ago, but haven't touched it since, because it's not a game I pick up on my own and go, oh, I can't wait to play this. I do have the board game, though, which is a bit strange. I do have the board game, Genus Edition as well. I do have the board game. So, yeah, that's my collection, guys. There's 28 games there. It's quite a nice collection. It's not massive, but considering the space I've got, it's pretty good. I've also got a adapter which enables you to play Master System games in a Mega Drive. So the Master System games go in there. That goes in the top of the Mega Drive. It doesn't work really, that I know of. So it's just kind of there, just to kind of be on the shelf. It doesn't seem to really do a lot. So yeah. So there we go. I've also got, like I said before, an adapter, which enables me to basically play Master System games in a Game Gear. So it just extends the library of games that I can play on the Game Gear. So that's decent. I've got, as some of you may have remembered from before, I have 2 Master Systems. I think my uncle gave me one and my parents gave me one. So I've got 2 Master System 2s, and they both have Alex Kidd in Miracle World built in. And I've got 2 actual proper Master System controllers. I've got Mega Drive controllers that you can play on there as well, and I've also got the arcade stick, which should be... There it is. So yeah, I've got 2 of these Master System controllers, and then I've got the arcade stick that plugs into the console as well. So there we go, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. I know it's been quite long. Whoops. But not only was it meant to be a collection video, it was also meant to be another video to say, hey everyone, I am still here, I am still alive, I am still interested in making YouTube videos. It's just been crazy, especially when you're working so much and when you get in, there's either people in the house or you're just too tired to do anything anyway. It's hard balancing it all over, or balancing it all up and stuff. So, excuse me. So big hi to everybody out there. Apologies if I've not mentioned your name, but you know who you are. For those of you that have always supported my channel and always asked if I'm making a new video, thank you very much, it means a lot. It feels really surreal, as I've said, really cool to be sitting back in front of the camera. Hopefully you don't mind that this is pretty much going to be 40 minutes long, so if I talk for about 3 more minutes, then we'll get a 40-minute video, which is probably the longest video I've ever done. Way. So yeah, in terms of other videos, now that I'm kind of hopefully back properly, I'm going to be looking to do some more collection videos, because that was the Master System. I'd love to do then the Mega Drive, the Super Nintendo, the N64. A lot of you know, if you've seen my videos before, that I do have a lot of games spanning a lot of consoles. You can just see a little bit of the consoles I've got here, so things like Dreamcast, PS1, obviously Master System I've shown already. There's a SNES there, which you can't really see very well because of the camera, but there is indeed a SNES there. It's a UK PAL. Then I've got an Xbox One, Nintendo Wii, there's a second Dreamcast there, just because I happen to have two. I've got some Philips CDIs at the bottom as well. Mega Drive's on the floor, my GameCube's on the floor, and my NES is also on the floor. So, NES. And my GameCube is also, whoops, on the floor as well. So, oh, and I've also got a Sega Saturn. Thanks to the awesome Martin Murphy, he got me a Sega Saturn. Because the one I had didn't work, which again, Shock 16 might be interested in seeing that. The one I had didn't work, so he did me an awesome deal, part exchange the one that didn't work from me for a really good price. So now I've got that. So yeah, I'll be hopefully doing collections for all the other consoles soon. Hopefully I'll be looking to do some more gameplays at some point. My Mac's got a lot of stuff in it at the moment I need to clear out, so it's finding the time and also having enough memory to do that. But other than that, yeah, brilliant. Might let's do some piano videos then at some point. I've trialed them off a little bit because they take so long to record, edit, mix down, get into stereo, match the video with the audio. Whereas at least with this one, I can just sit in front of the camera. That's all I've got to do. So it's absolutely fantastic to be back. So hopefully I'll be doing regular stuff now. I did say about a community channel quite a while ago now. Some people showed interest, but then it wasn't followed up. No one really got back to me as such, so I kind of scrapped it. So I've now kind of realised that it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. It's a cool idea, but you've got to have at least 5 people that can commit to it, that are all free at the same time. And let's just face it, it's not going to work, really. Regularly anyway, so yeah, so there we go. Let's stop waffling because I'm just going to end up talking rubbish for the next hour or so. But big hi to everyone again. Thanks so much for following. You know, if you like what I do, post comments. If you've got any ideas of things you'd like to see from me now that I'm kind of hopefully back now, that would be great. Other than that, take care. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll hopefully look to post on other people's channels now, because not only am I doing my own videos, hopefully I'll be able to make time to comment on people's videos now. And I'm sure you're all watching this now, and you're hopefully feeling glad that I'm back. So, yeah, Dancentral is back in the building. Thanks very much, guys. I hope you put another collection video up soon. Any ideas of anything else, give me a shout, PM me, anything like that. If you want just a friendly chat, see how, it'd be great to see how you guys are getting on with your stuff as well, because I've been so far out of the loop. Update me on your collections. Let me know what's happened since I've been away. What have I missed? You know, what's been going on? Because I'm all like, you know, I've been checking into people's channels, and like someone's been like doing a collection, like a full collection, and I'm like, when did they start doing that? And someone else has been doing like videos of them outside going places. I'm like, when did they go here and there? So I'm out of it. So if any of you guys got any updates for me, like what have you been up to and stuff, like let me know, and it'll be decent, and we'll have a chat about it, and it'll be really cool. And maybe I can do some more collaborations in the future. So yeah, big thumbs up to the longest video I've ever done, which I'm allowed to do now because I've got no strikes, which is freaking awesome. So thanks very much. I'm going to go because I'm boring you now and I'm talking rubbish.